welcome to Fintech Finance News. Can you start off by introducing yourself and your company, please?
Absolutely. My name's David Hoare. I am CTO and founder of Codat. So Codat is a single API that connects fintechs and financial institutions with all of the major accounting, banking, e-commerce, payment systems that their small business customers use via one single standardized integration. So we're here to help fintechs build better products that connect in with all of the other products and systems that their customers use, and ultimately turn those integrations from their biggest headache into their biggest differentiator.
Sounds good. And you have some new research coming out today. Can you tell us about that?
Yes. So we're really excited this week to be talking about some new research we've commissioned into the SMB credit landscape in the US. So what we've found is that 21% of small businesses in America, which is the equivalent of about 6 million businesses, were not able to get access to the credit that they needed in 2022. So that's a lot of businesses not being served. The solution to this problem is open finance and data sharing. And we've also found that businesses are very, very receptive to this as a route to improving access. So something like 73% of businesses we spoke to were comfortable with directly sharing their financial data with their lender.
And why are they facing these challenges?
The problem is particularly acute at the moment because particularly over the past few weeks, we've seen lots of businesses moving more of their money to sit with larger high street banks. And those banks, typically the approval rates for credit are quite a lot lower. And at the same time, smaller regional banks are increasingly feeling pressure on their operating margins. And that is also driving up the cost of credit for those small businesses.
And speaking of pressure, the last 2 weeks have been very interesting in the banking world because of Silicon Valley Bank, etc. What are your thoughts on what's happening overall and how this will affect the sector going forward?
Yeah, absolutely. We'll have to see how everything pans out. There's obviously been a lot of changing circumstances, both here in the US and in the UK. But what we're seeing is that more and more of these businesses are moving towards larger institutions, which is causing this gap. And so it's really, really critical now that we get this data flowing. That's the way that we can improve the operational efficiency of these banks, get their processes working a bit quicker and more efficiently, and also just increase those approval ratings for credit, and at the same time keep those risk levels low.
And you've created this way so that banks and fintechs can work together and communicate. Why is it so important that this is possible? So
historically, the way in which lenders have used data to make lending decisions has been very much based on bureau data and publicly filed data, which can often be very, very out of date, particularly for smaller businesses, younger businesses who maybe haven't built up that credit record. So what we're here to do is to give those lenders ways in which they can access more data on those smaller businesses by connecting into the other services that they use. So for example, point of sale packages are a really, really good source of up-to-date data on retail businesses. You can see how their sales are going, you can see how their sales numbers are tracking over time. And so by putting that data in the hands of the lenders, they can make a much more informed decision about whether they should be lending to those businesses.
Very cool. And finally, we're here at the Fintech Meetup with loads of other fintechs. How is it going so far? What's standing out in terms of topics, trends?
Yeah, it's been fantastic. It's been really, really great to engage with more of our American clients. I'm based in London most of the time, so it's been great to meet them. And I think particularly given the news over the past couple of weeks, what's been really great to see is how the lending community has pulled together and been able to very, very quickly offer emergency lines of credit to businesses who've been affected by things like the SVB crisis. And it's been really, really, really nice for us to see how open data has played a key role in that.